Oh boy, it's a great day for horror movie fans and Halloween fans, because Terrifier 3 has came out recently, and oh boy, is it disgusting, gory, and full-blown insane. The Terrifier movies are known to be just as disgusting, gory horror movies, but this one seems to be the worst one, because it shows that a lot of screen audiences left puking or just left the movie out of just straight disgust. But that, in my opinion, is what makes these movies so great. Like, for real, Art the Clown does stuff with an axe in the first part of the movie not even I could replicate. I really need to get this thing sharpened. It is true, though. The kills are very disgusting and gory in this movie around. I would even say they're the worst in the series. But not only that, this movie has probably the most disgusting sound effects I've ever heard for kills. It has crunchy, squishy, gargling, disgusting noises, and I love every bit of it. But not only are the kills gory, the story is a little bit better than the second one around this time around. I will admit, I wasn't a big fan of the story of the second one, and I know these are movies you don't go for the story, you go for the kills, and you go to watch the gore. I'm well aware. But sometimes I like to still enjoy a story with my gory kills in a horror movie, which horror movies aren't really too good at doing sometimes, but I did really enjoy the story this time around. It seems like everybody else has enjoyed this story too, because this movie is number one in the box office right now, which is insane. This movie beat Joker 2, which I know isn't saying too much because that movie is like a garbage pail of a movie. It's the garbage pail kids of the box office right now. But anyway, I digress. The fact that this movie is number one in the box office is just cool too, because now that's going to send a message that really gory horror movies is what makes money. And your boy is all about that, obviously. Where's my damn movie? I was gonna make a movie called Slime Boy, until I realized I was just making a snuff film version of the blob that ate everyone. This movie starts off with, well, Art the Clown doing what he does best. He slaughters an entire family and makes sure the cookies and milk is eaten, so, the little kid doesn't get mad that Santa Claus didn't touch the cookies. But this movie progresses from Sienna just being, I like this whole thing with Sienna just being kind of ruined. Same with Jonathan, they're mentally ruined from the events of the second one, which I would be too if this clown guy just murdered my entire friends and my mom. And I like this era of Sienna and Jonathan. It just shows how ruined they are mentally from and scarred from the events of the second movie. Later in this movie too, it shows Sienna moving in with her aunt and uncle and cousin, which totally won't be a death sentence for them later down the road. And I actually do like how this movie plays out, because the most of this movie from here on out is just Art the Clown killing people in the background and slowly building up till he gets to Sienna and, finally fights her again. But he's killing people in the background while Sienna is sort of hinting that he's coming back. And of course, it scares the shit out of Sienna, which it would scare the shit out of me too if the person that ruined my life is killing people in my town again. But I do like this whole era of this movie. I think this is where the movie does very well. I really like how it's just Sienna trying to warn everybody about Art the Clown being back in town ruining stuff, and her slowly finding out more and more that he's coming closer, and it's just Art the Clown messing around with people in the background. I also do really like the Santa Claus gimmick. I think the Santa Claus gimmick that Art the Clown has this year is just so funny, and I love it. I love how he actually cut a dude's beard off, too, so that he could achieve that effect. Wait a minute. Maybe I could do that, so I could have a better beard, too. Yes. There's a scene in the movie that involves Art the Clown killing a couple in a shower with a chainsaw, and I honestly love this scene. I think this scene is so gory, and so beautiful. And I love the way it's shot. And a guy next to me in the theater puked a little bit in his popcorn bucket right at it. So that's how you know it's a good horror movie scene, when people are vomiting to it. But anyway, that scene, and I really love the scene where Sienna's aunt dies and the rat comes out of her throat and stuff. Ooh, that is just heebie-jeebies, and I am absolutely here for it. I love every kill in this movie. The only kills I would say I'm not a big fan of is probably the ones where Art the Clown just shoots a dude. And that's kind of obvious. It's just a gunshot, so it's not a very cool kill. And I'm just not a big fan of it. I think those ones could have been done better, but it moves up into the plot of him becoming the Santa Claus, so it's definitely worth it. I would say it's worth it. The ending of this movie involves Sienna finally defeating Art the Clown and killing the demon that helps Art the Clown. And I really like this because her killing the demon that gives Art the Clown the powers to be supernatural and probably immortal. It really does a good job at setting up the next movie, the ending. That's why I like it a lot. It sets up the next sequel, which I hope is the last sequel or so, because I really don't want Terrifier to become this oversaturated sequel-filled horror movies franchise. Like Michael Myers has already shown that it doesn't work. Same with Texas Chainsaw and pretty much any other horror movie franchise that has more than like 5 sequels. But I will say I am excited for Terrifier 4, and this ending does its best to make me excited for the next one, cuz Art the Clown might not be immortal anymore. He might just be a normal dude again, which I like, cuz that means he's going to have to get more creative. Honestly though, my review of Terrifier 3 is it's awesome, and I would even argue it's better than the second one. I think this movie is a classic, and I really like how Art the Clown is basically the modern day Michael Myers. And I am just excited for the fourth one. Can't wait to see it. I think if you haven't seen the third or second one, go see both of them, especially the third one. It's the best, but nothing beats the first one still. I'm dying on that hill. I don't care. People that say they like the second one more, you're weird and you smell like garbage. Anyway, see you guys.